Happy Friday. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you about the time where the school I went to was scamming. Scamming. This school I went to, when I first moved to the States, I went to a private school. And this wasn't like, a school for the gifted or basically any other stuff. It was a Catholic private school. So the thing about private schools, unlike public schools, private schools can make their own rules up, and therefore they can put their own courses in. And the school I went to, like I said, the Catholic school, we had the uniform. And yeah, we had typically math, and we had science, we had English, we had literature, history. We had art and things like that. But we had also religious studies, which was part of the curriculum. And this school I went to, oh my gosh. It was called St. James. This school, oh my gosh. I'll have to tell you another story on how hypocritical this school was. This school, there ain't nothing Christian about this school. No. There ain't nothing Catholic about this school either. No, absolutely not. Anywho, this school, like I said, was money hungry. Would do anything just to make a buck. And yet, with all that money they get, they couldn't give us a freaking air conditioner. They couldn't get us. It was bad. It was bad. So, when I went to this school, we weren't given lockers. We were not given lockers. We had these desks and cheap ass cubby holes. And we had these massive textbooks. I'm talking like the size of this, and like this size. I mean, like, these were massive textbooks. I mean, it ain't funny. These were massive textbooks, and the thing about it is that almost every class, so let's say your homeroom happened to be where you would take math. And then if you had to go to science, you would go next door to do your science. And then you would go next door to do, English. So we were going back and forth to different classes. And with those classes, we had to lug these books. It wasn't like we had cubby holes in each class. Okay, go get your book, go get there. No, we didn't have that option. We didn't have that luxury. It was like we had to take those books everywhere we went. It wasn't even funny. And what ended up happening was these books would get heavy. And oftentimes we would congregate with the 6th and 7th graders. If you were in 8th grade, you were most likely congregating with the 7th graders. If you were in 7th grade, you were most likely congregating with the 6th graders, because it was like, how can I say? This was a school that went through K through 8, and so you were bound to have a class with 6th graders. You were bound to have a class with 8th graders. You were bound. It was bound to happen. It didn't matter. And one day, oh my gosh. So eventually these books, I mean, it wasn't a problem. It was stupid people, freaking messing around, and then it got out of hand real quick. So we were outside in line. Myself, it was like, I believe this was in 8th grade when this bull crap happened. So I was in 8th grade, and then we were lined up next to the 7th graders, and we were going to go into the same class. I think it was English. So we were waiting there for like that class to go get their stuff so we can go in. And then I remember these two guys, they were, horsing around, things like that. And it got to a point where you know how guys are, they're trying to best each other. So who's the strongest, who's the biggest? And all of a sudden, it gets out of hand real quick when a classmate of mine decides, an 8th grade classmate decides to shove, not push, shoves a 7th grader across, like literally, like I'm right here and that's my laptop, like literally across there. And in doing so, his backpack, which we lug, again, we had the massive textbooks and we have it in our backpacks. The backpack literally slams into the case, the glass case, which holds the fire extinguisher. And he rams right into it. And his backpack is like fully into the fire extinguisher, and the glass is like broken, and you can hear the glass shattering echo across the hall. And so the majority of us, including myself, are in shock. And when I'm uncomfortable or I'm like see something in disbelief, I tend to kind of laugh. Because that's how it is, like, oh my god. And the guy just sits there just like, did this just happen? Like, he doesn't go, like, at first I thought he was hurt because the way his elbow looked like it was in it. But the teachers come out going, what is that? What happened? And it was like, it became this big thing. Like, they're checking the kid out. They're asking what's going on, and so forth. And apparently, yes, us lugging those textbooks was a problem. Unfortunately, it took a mere accident for them to see, okay, this is a problem. But guess what they did? What would have been nice with, hey, here's a cubby. If you guys are in my English class, please put your English books in here. If you guys are in my history class, please put your history books. Like that. Having cubbies, here's your stuff, put it right there. Okay, please, pick a cubby, put your stuff in there, and so forth. Or, here's a desk, put your stuff in there, there you go. What could have been easily done? They says, okay, we're going to give you guys backpacks. Because we see you guys are lugging that stuff, that's not good, that's going to cause back problems, and that's going to get people hurt, and that's not okay. We don't want that. So we're going to give you backpacks. Oh my god, these backpacks were cheap. These backpacks, I wouldn't even call them backpacks. These were like, when you go to the gym and you put your workout stuff in there, your little backpack, your little baggie, whatever, and they're like they have the drawstrings and everything, and you can put like the little strings. Like, I wish I had an example of one in here. But it wasn't like that. It was not a normal backpack with the straps. You have the zippers. No, it was like, it was small. How does that help us with the whole textbook thing? Because we still had to hold the textbooks in our hands. The whole idea was to have our backpacks. So we weren't lugging the textbooks in our hands. We weren't getting cut with the textbooks. No. And on top of that, they said, this is yours for $1. Excuse me, I have to pay. I can't use my backpack that my mom bought me, which I know for a fact costs way more than that. Because not only does it cost way more than that, it does the freaking job than that. They wanted money. Instead of going, okay, this and that, here you go. We're going to give you guys this for free. This will hopefully help out with the load. No. Absolutely not. They were money hungry people. They weren't, I'm like, are you serious? They were scammers. And there was nothing special about it. It was blue. It had the logo of the school, and that was it. I'm like, are you serious? And they said you weren't allowed to use a backpack. Anyone who was using their backpacks to hold the stuff, they were going to get penalized. Penalized for what? Because you guys fucked up? They did. You guys scammed us. They fucked us over big time. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. They done fucked us over. They done fucked us over. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. Ain't nothing Christian about them. Ain't nothing Christian about it.